Welcome, my name is Kailey. This is a 50-minute Vinyasa Flow style practice. When you're ready, you can meet me on in a seat, on your mat, in a seat. Which position am I looking for? Feel free to use something underneath the hips if sitting upright doesn't allow you to find a nice, long, neutral spine. So the priority throughout all of the ways that we will move in this practice is starting from a neutral spinal alignment. So if you sit down on your butt and your knees come up and your spine rounds in, I'm really going to invite you to grab something to sit down onto, lift the hips, and create a more neutral alignment. Take a moment, shift around a bit in your seat, greet any creatures that you might be sharing your practice with. And then gradually, without needing to feel really overly committed to any certain position, see if you can start to settle in to make some more refined adjustments as needed. At some point, it may feel good to soften the eyes down. Very first thing to do once you allow the body to become a little bit more still is notice where you can feel your breath moving in the body. And it could be really subtle. You don't have to deepen the breath or change anything about it. Notice where you feel the body moving as you breathe. A little bit more deliberate with the breath to start here. Feel free to keep your hands wherever they've landed if that's comfortable. Sometimes it's helpful to have a little tactile cue and reach in front of your rib cage and then reach the fingertips for the sides and the upper ribs right underneath the armpits, a couple inches, so you can feel that tactile sense. Milo wants one hand for him right now. The inhale, expanding your ribs out to the side. And the exhale, allowing the rib cage to recoil back in. Just take a couple breaths like that. Feel the rib cage and every rib spread as your lungs fill and those little muscles, those intercostals between the ribs expand. And then feel everything settle as you exhale. Maybe notice the shoulders relax a little bit more. We'll stay here in relative silence just for a few cycles of breath. Tune into any sounds in your space. Got the dryer going. You hear some birds outside. If you're enjoying a silent space to practice in, really let yourself observe that silence. One more long inhale. Feel free to sweep the arms up gently overhead, stretching out, pausing at the top of the breath, maybe inviting the ribcage to lift away from the pelvis a bit. And then as you exhale, relax the arms to the side. Feel free to switch the cross of the ankles here, unless that doesn't feel comfy in a knee and keep the legs the way they are. Bring your right hand to your right kneecap. Inhale the left elbow out to the side. Find some trunk rotation, but keep that left elbow bent to start. And then exhale, bring that left hand toward the right bicep or tricep or even shoulder or elbow, whatever works for you today. Inhale, elbow bent, trunk rotation. Exhale, bring that hand somewhere on the right arm. Let the left shoulder round toward the left ear and away from the spine. A couple more times like that, just oscillating between these two shapes as you breathe. If this is feeling really smooth, feel free to stretch that left arm out and up at an angle. Clearly, I've been neglecting this cat this morning. Take one more on the left. Big inhale to stretch it open. And then let that left hand drop to the left knee. Notice any difference between the right and the left arm and shoulder. Bent elbow to start. Inhale, right elbow pulls back behind you, almost like you're starting up a lawnmower or something, right? And then exhale, bring the right hand somewhere on the left arm. Keep moving like that. Find a real smooth way to move, letting that right shoulder move with you. So a lot of the time we can get fixated, I get fixated on the shoulders back and down, the shoulders back and down. It's become like a mantra, it's like a broken record in my head. And the upper traps, these muscles right here, go ahead and keep going, get really tight, and the shoulder is actually supposed to move. So let the shoulder, as you bring your right hand toward your left arm, let the shoulder drift up toward the right ear and away from the spine. Maybe even look down toward your right hand. So you can follow the right hand with your eyes as you move. So 2 more like that. Meet me on your hands and your knees in a tabletop position. Take a moment to spread the fingers out, to kind of grip into your mat with your fingertips, and then circle the shoulders over the wrists, long through the lower back here. So if you haven't already, start to kind of determine what sort of practice you need today. Is it a day that you need to be a little more gentle? Is it a day that you've got some extra energy to burn? Go ahead and switch directions. And maybe include the intention that you're willing to adapt and adjust as we move, right? So the body will give us feedback throughout our practice here. Come through neutral, shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips. Lift your tailbone toward the ceiling, let the belly drop, pull the chest through the arms. It's a pulling motion. Imagine that your hands are pulled back. And then open up through the collarbones and the chin. Deep inhale in your cow stretch. Tuck the tailbone underneath you. Pull the navel up and in. Push your hands into the mat, especially the fingertips as you bring your chin toward your chest for cat. Let the shoulders move away from the spine and toward the ears. Cow pose. Take a long breath in, waving out through the spine. Cat pose as you exhale. Couple more like that. Feel free to make this your own, so you can move around a little bit side to side, maybe add a little lateral bend, looking over one shoulder back toward that hip. When you're in cat, it might feel good to tuck the chin in toward the chest and give your head a gentle shake, a little nod, relax any tension in the neck. Let the mouth soften, if you're gripping through your teeth. Back through neutral, tuck the toes under, press into your hands, and then lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedal it out here. Take a few breaths. Really invite your body to work with you. Let this feel good this morning. Look toward the top of your mat, take a walk to a forward fold. As many steps as you need to get there. Feet at least hips distance, maybe even wider than that. Feel free to separate the feet as much as you need so that you feel some space in the lower back. Catch the crooks of the opposite elbows here. Head is heavy. Feel into the back side of the legs. Maybe shift a little bit of weight back toward the heels or in toward the balls of the feet. Release the fingertips down here. Maybe even bringing a block if you have one. I actually have one today. A block underneath the feet, a little bit in front of you. Bend your left knee. Inhale, the right elbow comes up and open. Maybe that right arm straightens out. That feels good. Exhale, the right hand down, bend the right knee. Inhale, the left elbow. Maybe the arm straightens. Exhale it down, and then take it side to side a couple times. See how smooth you can make this rotation in the spine. Feel yourself pressing into the foot, the opposite foot of the arm that's reaching. Find that ground connection. We'll finish one more time on the left, and then take it back into your forward fold. Maybe move the block out of your way. Heel to the feet a bit closer together here. Find a halfway stretch, slide the palms up onto the shins, lengthen out the spine, reach the crown of the head forward as you breathe in. Catch hold of the calves as you breathe out. Drop the chin gently toward the chest. Root down into the feet, vertebra by vertebra, roll it up to stand. The head stays heavy, the arms are heavy at your side. Then sweep the arms straight up and overhead on an in-breath. Bend the elbows. So that bent elbow kind of business is going to be a theme today. Pull the elbows and the shoulder blades back. Keep the legs strong. So feel the muscle fibers in the legs as you press into the feet. Lift all 10 of your toes. And then reach the arms back up again. Breathe in. Do a swan dive forward fold. So open the arms out wide. Rotate the wrists as you fold forward. Relax any tension in the wrists and the hands. Halfway stretch. Breathe in. Step back to high push-up and pause in your first plank pose. Shoulders over the wrists here. Feet are hips distance. If you want more of a challenge, you can bring the feet close together, but I tend to like a fixed distance. It's easier for transition to downward facing dog. Shift forward and backward. Feel in space that your heels are pointing straight up. So notice if the ankle wants to sickle a little bit. See if you can find some stabilizers around the shin and the bottom of the calf. Ooh, shift forward one more time, warmed up quick there. Bend the elbows straight back as you lower down, maybe set the knees down so that you can move with focus. As you come into Cobra here, press into the tops of the feet and think pulling the arms back. So pulling like you're pulling the chest forward toward the top of the mat. Exhale, roll it down nice and slow. Couple Cobra roll-ups. The inhale takes you up, pulling back through the fingertips. Feel the muscles in the back body activate. And then exhale, lower it down slow. 2 more here on your own. See if you can relax the spine as you lower down. And engage the muscles on the sides of the spine as you lift up. Imagine that body's gliding forward. The next time you lower down, tuck the toes under, press to hands and knees, take a breath in. And then down dog as you breathe out. All right, look forward, lift the heels. Take a walk to the top of your mat. Move a little quicker here, halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise all the way up, arms reach, focus on that inhale. Elbows bend as you exhale. Reach the arms up, big breath in. This time you choose, maybe it's a swan dive or you bring your hands to heart center as you fold forward. Halfway stretch on the in-breath. Plant the hands, step back, and then take it through your vinyasa. No rush, maybe a down dog. See if you can move with focus instead of prioritizing speed today. Probably do a couple little quicker segments of class, but for the most part, moving really mindfully, engaging the muscles. Look forward, lift the heels, empty the breath. If you want, you can add a little hop to the top, landing as light as you can. Halfway stretch. Some days that's not so light on the feet, that's okay too. Forward fold on the exhale. Rise as you breathe in and stretch. Last time, bend the elbows here, lift the chest on the exhale. Reach the arms up. This time, see if you can come on to the tippy toes or the balls of the feet as you breathe in. Bring the hands to your heart as you breathe out. In slow motion, like you're on the slowest elevator possible. Bend the knees forward. Drop the heels if you need. You can stay on the balls of the feet, working through the ankles. Work on that today. Keep the shoulders over the hips here. Lowering down as low as you can, maybe all the way to the heels. It actually gets a little easier if your knees are okay with this movement once you settle onto the heels. Inhale, sweep the hands back behind you, interlacing, knuckles drag down, maybe the chin lifts up. And then shift back a little bit as you exhale, chest toward your thighs, heels toward the mat. Take your forward fold, straightening the legs out just until you feel a stretch. Palms to shins for your half lift on an in-breath. Plant the hands, step back, and then flow through your vinyasa. You can always skip the vinyasa straight to downward facing dog. Put together a flow from there. Pick up your right leg. When you're ready, breathe in. Step the right foot forward as you breathe out. Spin your back heel down, about 45-degree angle. We're gonna take it up into warrior one. Root down through the right foot as you lift the arms up. And then maybe shorten your stance. Find some space in the lower back. If you feel yourself really collapsing into the lower spine here, shorten the stance. You can even reach forward in a bit of a diagonal. Create some space there. Catch your left wrist with your right hand. We're going to take a side bend, drawing that left arm up and over. Keep reaching the crown of the head away from your heart. Breathe in. Bend the elbows as you breathe out. Take the side bend out. Inhale, catch the left wrist overhead, find that side bend. Exhale, elbows bend, cactus arms here. Couple more. Inhale for your side stretch. Exhale, bend the elbows. Keep rooting down to the base of the right big toe. Hold the cactus arms here. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Take a breath in. Perhaps you lift the chin without dumping into the low back, and then humble warrior. Bring your right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Let the head drop. Give yourself permission to move a little bit through the head and the neck. Notice if you're gripping in the jaw or the eyes. Shift any of that gripping, any of that tension into the feet. So root down into the feet. We're going to take this into Dragonfly Twist. Release the left hand under the left shoulder, spin the left heel up. Right elbow or arm comes all the way open as you breathe in. And then walk your hands about a quarter of a turn to the left. Pivot the toes to the left for your wide leg forward fold for Prasarita. Stay here for a moment. Feel into the stretch in the back of the legs. We're going to add that twist. Tent the right fingers underneath the chest. Inhale your left arm up and open. Sweep the hands to the top of the mat. Pivot the toes forward. Find Crescent Lunge. Arms come up. Find your balance on the ball of the back foot here. Nice long inhale to lift. Plant the hands. Step back and take it through your flow. We'll work through that on the left side. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot forward, right heel spins down, root into the left foot as you rise into Virabhadrasana, warrior one. Take a moment to find a foundation that's going to work for you. For some reason on this side of my body, my lower back feels like more open, even with a wide stance. So feel free to adjust as needed here. Catch the right wrist with the left hand. Inhale for your side bend, so reaching right fingers over to the left. Exhale, bend the elbows, keep pulling the heart forward. Inhale, side bend, root down through your back foot. Exhale, bend the elbows. Couple more times like that. Next time you have those cactus arms, hold there and then interlace the fingers. And the knuckles, a little gentle tug down as you lift the chin. And then humble warrior. Feel free to pivot that back foot to find some space, to drop the left shoulder inside the left knee. Root down into the balls of the feet and the knife edges of them as well. So that outer edge of the heel. On an inhale, release the right hand under the right shoulder, spin the right heel up, left arm, or maybe just the left elbow lifts if that feels better today. Prasarita, take that quarter of a turn to your wide-legged forward fold. Take a breath in. Maybe you open your mouth for your exhale. Tent the left fingers right in between the feet, about a foot forward, and then inhale your right arm up toward the back. Sweep the hands to the top of the mat, pivot the toes forward, Crescent Lunge. Lift the wrists away from the hip points. You're going long to the side body. Stay low in that lunge, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back, and then flow through. We'll meet up in downward facing dog. We'll look toward the top of the mat once you land in down dog with the heels. And then step or hop, however you want to get there. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Take it all the way up on the inhale. Elbows bend on the exhale. Arms lift, maybe the heels lift, breathe in. It's time to get an open arm twist to your right and then start to bend the knees forward. Keep the shoulders over the hips if you can. Stay low in your squat. Inhale back to the center. Hands to your side, stand up, push the heels down. Arms up, breathe in, maybe the heels lift. Go to the left as you breathe out, find that trunk rotation, and then bend the knees forward. Slow motion here. Slow and controlled, working all those little stabilizer muscles, building those really good neuromuscular connections. Back to the center as you breathe in. Mountain pose as you breathe out, heels down, hands to the side. Let's do it again just a little bit quicker. So inhale, the arms will come up, maybe the heels lift, that's totally optional. Exhale, open arms, slow motion, long out breath as you lower it down. Inhale, come through the center. Exhale, stand up, hands to your side, heels to the mat. Left side, inhale up, maybe the heels. Rotate to the left as you sink the hips down. Come to the center, breathe in. Mountain pose, heels down, hands to the side. Take it up and go back a little bit on this inhale. Travel the eyes up, keep the legs active. Forward fold on the exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back, flow through, meet me in downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale your right leg up. Step the right foot forward. We're going to change it up a little bit here. Tent the fingers underneath the shoulders. If you have two blocks, this is a great place to bring the hands up onto blocks. I'm going to do a little bit quicker movement here. So a little knee driver. The left knee is going to pull forward. Keep pushing the right sit point back. We'll do four times. Little knee driver. Try and keep that right leg still and strong. Left foot drops down, palms drop down, three-legged dog. Inhale the right leg up. Keep the right leg straight. Flex the right foot. Tap the right big toe to the left Achilles or the bottom of the left calf. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, little tap. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Kick it back to three-legged dog. Step forward. Same little knee drivers for 4, 3, 2, 1. Three-legged dog. Breathe in. Without the breath, tap. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale, step it forward. Knee drivers for 4, 3, 2, 1. Three-legged dog. Last time. Inhale. Tap 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Step through warrior one this time. Inhale, the arms come up. Catch the left wrist. Find that side bend to your right. Inhale here. Bend the elbows on the exhale for your practice. Interlace the hands. Breathe in. Humble warrior just for that breath out. Dragonfly twist is the inhale. Spin that back heel up as you lift up through the right hand. Prasarita on the exhale. Maybe walk the hands toward the back ankle. Inhale, your left arm lifts up and open. Send the right sit point back. Exhale, sweep the hands to the top of the mat. Crescent lunge here. Breathe in. This time we're going to fly forward so that right leg's getting a little bit of a burnout here into our airplane pose. Bring your awareness into your lower back. Sometimes you can even use your hands to do that. Find some space there. So if that back leg's lifting up and you're extending, go ahead and lower the left heel a little bit. Think about lengthening from that back heel all the way to the crown of the head. We're going to step it back to reverse warrior. Big step back with the left foot. Bend the right knee, really down into your feet, into your hips. Reach up, catch the right wrist. Find that side bend once more here. And stay here or bend the right elbow and catch the right elbow instead of the wrist. Find some space in that underarm. Inhale, point the elbow up or reach the wrist up. Exhale, bend a little bit deeper, but stay in that lunge. One more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, reverse your warrior, releasing whatever bind you took. Cartwheel the hands and pause. Step the right foot back and then walk the toes in so that the knees are directly underneath your hips. We're in bear pose here. The knees are not on the mat. Maybe you touch them down for a moment and then lift them a centimeter up. We're going to kick out to the left with the left foot, tap the left toes. Bring the left toes back in. Kick out with the right foot, tap the right toes. Right knee under the hips, left foot kicks. Take it side to side here. Keep the shoulders over the wrists if you can and try and minimize the movement through the trunk. So keep lifting up through the abdominals. Tiny tuck to the tailbone here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, inhale it into cow. Exhale it into downward facing dog. Big cleansing breath here, in through the nose. Open your mouth, let some tension around the jaw go. Left leg lifts on the in-breath. Step the left foot forward. We've got those knee drivers on this side, so fingertips are underneath the shoulders here. Keep rooting down to the left heel, left sit point pulls back 4 times. Right knee comes into the chest. 2 and 1. Right foot to the back, left foot kicks up into your 3-legged dog. And then right away, flex the left foot. We'll tap the right ankle 4 times. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. We've got 4 of those knee drivers. If this is making sense to you, go ahead and take it on your own at whatever pace makes sense. 3-legged dog to heel taps. 3, 2, 1. Step it through last time. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Heel taps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick back. Breathe in. Step forward. Finding warrior 1. Inhale the arms up. Catch the left wrist as you exhale. Stay here. Go long through that side body. Breathe in. And then elbows bend as you breathe out. Interlace. Take a breath in. Humble warrior. Adjust through the feet as needed. Always, always working on that foundation so that the rest of the body feels supported. Release the right hand on the right shoulder. Dragonfly twist is the in-breath. Prasarita on the exhale. Take that little quarter of a turn. Maybe walking the hands to the back foot or for the back of the mat. Inhale your right arm up. Root back through your left sit point. Exhale, sweep the hands to the front. Pivot the toes. Right heel lifts. Crescent lunge. Root down to the ball of the front foot. And then fly it forward into airplane. Find your breath here. Set your eyes to one spot on the horizon. The gaze is not sky high, but if it's possible, take your eyes forward. If your eyes need to stay on the ground, that's fine, but see if you can start to travel the eyes more and more feet out in front of you. What we're doing is stimulating some of the muscles alongside the spine to help us lift up as you take the gaze up. It's a little bit of a communication system that happens from the brain to the body. To lift the spine up. Slow motion, deliberate transition, step it back, reversing your warrior. Left arm comes up and open. Press to the knife edge of your right foot. And then anchor into your feet and your legs for your lunge. Catch the left wrist or the left elbow. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, take that side bend. Couple more breaths here. One more like that. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, deepen that side stretch. Release the bind. Inhale into that open reverse warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands. Step it back to high plank. Hover the knees right underneath the hips. Kick out side to side. We're here for 10, 9. I'll keep counting, keep tapping, stabilizing. Tiny tuck to the tailbone. Keep lifting the front side of the body upward toward the back without rounding. For 2, drop the knees, come into cow on 1. Inhale, lift the chin. Downward facing dog. Exhale, push the mat away with the hands. Deep recovery breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Lift the heels, look forward. Exhale the air, step or hop to the top. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Chest to thighs as you breathe out. Come right into chair pose this time. Feel free to separate the feet a little bit. Inhale. Prayer twist to the right as you exhale. Come back to chair, breathe in. Prayer twist to the left. Keep that left knee pointing straight in line with the left second or third toe. Come back to chair, breathe in. 2 more times, take it side to side, trunk rotation, pressing the right thigh into the right elbow. And then left thigh into left elbow. So notice that the knees are pulling in 1 more round in each direction. And if that's the case, maybe take that open arm twist instead. Come back to chair, inhale. Lightning chair on your exhale. Stay here or lift the heels. Again, notice if the knees collapse inward. Drop the heels down and make sure that you can point the knees in line with the second or third toe before you lift the knees, or the heels rather, up. Here for 5. Relax the neck and the jaw. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down, hands down for your forward fold. Shake it out through the head and the neck and the jaw. We're going to flow through that whole thing 1 time through. Palms to shins, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back, meet me in downward facing dog. Adding in your Cobra or your up dog, pulling the body forward and upward. Pressing back into downward facing dog. Here we go with the right side, our knee drivers. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Drag the knee in, left knee in. 3, 2, 1, step it back. 3-legged dog, inhale. Toe and heel taps for 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale up. Step it through, keep going. We'll do about 2 more rounds like this. Feel free to let the heart rate get elevated. Feel free to slow it down or hold in a posture if that's feeling like a better way to support your body today. Meet me in 3-legged dog. Inhale deeply when you get there. Circle through that right ankle. Use your right hand just as much as your left, so you're squaring the chest. And then step the right foot forward. Warrior 1. Breathe in. Side bend, catch the left wrist as you breathe out. Stay here. Grow long through the whole left side body, from the left ankle all the way up through the wrist on the inhale. Cactus the elbows on the exhale. Interlace your hands. Take a breath in. If it feels good, you take the chin upward. Humble warrior on the exhale. Right shoulder melts toward the inside of the right knee. Dragonfly, left hand down. Inhale, find some space in that twist. Exhale, take it all the way to the back of the mat for Skandasana. So we're going to change it up. Skandasana today could be just bending that back knee deeply and sending the hips back. Or if it feels like the hips and the knees are interested in this range of motion, you sink the hips down. Maybe use the hands in front of you for some balance. You can bring the hands into Anjali Mudra. Long spine, so maintain that awareness of a nice neutral spinal alignment. Working to bring the shoulders over the hips, even if that means bringing the hands down and negotiating that a little bit. So we're gonna add on just a little bit to our flow, a little bit more balance today. From wherever you are, we'll find warrior two at the top. Take your time with that transition using your legs, muscles of the legs. As soon as you land in warrior two, set your eyes over your left fingertips, or your right fingertips rather. Which arm is forward? Straighten out the front knee, hinge the left hip crease back, the right hip crease pulls back as well, and then bring that right hand down for triangle. Left arm can come straight up, working to bring the wrists and the shoulders in line, or you might bring your left hand to the left hip or reach the left arm forward. In fact, if that left arm forward is available, go ahead and find that. Let the left shoulder pull up toward your left ear, and then do some nice circles with that left arm or bending the left elbow. Stay long in the spine here. Feel the left shoulder move smooth. One more time, left arm comes forward on an inhale. Backstroke the left arm on the exhale, spin the back heel up, crescent lunge, inhale, arms lift. Airplane on the exhale, fly it forward. This time, bring the left knee into the chest, reach the arms up, finding your single-legged mountain. And then eagle pose, wrap the left leg over, left arm under. If eagle feels not so great today, you can take a figure four or a tree, but find your balance on your right leg. If you are an eagle and you've got your eagle arms here, we'll let the shoulders move away from the spine, round through the upper back a little bit. Breathe into the back side of your lungs, feel the back side of the rib cage, expand back behind you. We're gonna keep the eagle arms if they're there, back into airplane. You could do any arm variation that you like. Flex your left foot, soften through the right knee. Think about muscular strength as opposed to locking out the joints here. We're gonna take it back to warrior two from here. Big step back, open the arms, inhale into your warrior two. Cartwheel the hands, step it back to plank pose on the exhale. This time spin the heels side to side for 5, 4, 3, both hands are still down, 2 and 1. Plank pose. Walk the right knee underneath the right hip, but hover it there. Walk the left knee under the left hip, but hover it there. So you've been here before, we're just gonna step back to plank and then walk into bear. So forward and backward. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, meet me in plank on 1. High plank, take a breath in. Lower and flow through your vinyasa. We've got one side to go. Left leg starts us off. Breathe in. Same opening here. Step forward, 4 knee drivers, right knee under the chest. And then take it back to 3-legged dog, 4 heel taps. Use the left glute. 2 more times through each of those, or not, or do something that's working better for your body. Maybe holding one of these. Meet me in 3-legged dog in 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Step the left foot forward on your exhale. Warrior 1, inhale. Catch the right wrist, side bend as you exhale. Stay low in the lunge. Take a breath in. Trident or cactus the arms as you breathe out. Interlace the hands at the lower back. Huge inhale, fill up. Humble warrior on the exhale. Release the right hand down. Inhale for your dragonfly twist, finding a lot of space there. And then walk the hands to the back of the mat. You're going to take that side lunge. That means the heels are still down, or come into your Shavasana. 2 more deep breaths here. Bring some awareness into your spinal alignment. It does not have to be perfect, but see if you can make a tiny little adjustment that feels like space, that feels like stability. muscular strength. Look forward, warrior two. This time we will look over the left fingertips when you land. Breathing in. And then straighten out that front leg. Hinge the right hip back, left hip crease under, and then take it into your triangle. Take a moment to feel into the feet, to pull some energy up the legs. Lengthen out through the spine, and then we'll take those circles with that right arm. Feel free to have a nice big bend in the right elbow. Slow down the movement or reduce the range of motion so that this feels as smooth as possible. Letting that right shoulder lift toward the right ear as you bring the hand forward. All right, we're gonna backstroke that right arm and then take it into Crescent Lunge. Inhaling, reaching up for the fingertips. Fly forward into airplane, almost there. Stay focused. Right knee lifts, arms come up on the inhale. And then your choice, eagle, tree, or a figure four. Find your balance on that left foot. If you're working the eagle arms like me, find some space in the upper back and the back of the ribs. And then keep the eagle arms as you unwind it back into airplane legs. Nice long inhale here. Step back slowly on the exhale. Warrior two, take one deep breath in to prepare. And then cartwheel the hands to the front. High push up, swivel the heels side to side for 5. We're going to do the same thing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bear pose, walk the toes in, knees hover underneath the hips, and then step it back. So back and forth. If you need more, you can pop it back and forth. Try and keep the hips low. For 5, I'm just going to step. 4, 3, 2, meet me in cow on 1. Inhale, knees down, chin lifts. And then walk the hips back to the heels. Kind of seated meditation. Let the eyes close down when they're ready to. It might take a moment. In fact, for me, it feels good to lengthen the spine and then slowly look from shoulder to shoulder. Let the breath smooth and slow down. Notice anything that settles in the nervous system. Notice the body. The respiration rate starts to fall. The heart rate starts to fall. The eyes close. When and if they're ready, feel free to keep your eyes gently open if that feels better today. Be here for just a few cycles of breath. Do a little bit of breath work before we take it onto our backs for a spinal twist and Shavasana. Breath work is always, always optional. So whatever you're feeling like you need today is great. Honor that. Work a 2-part inhale followed by a long exhale. So it'll sound like this. You'll breathe in through the nose. Take another inhale through the nose. Open mouth, long exhale. Breath in through the nose. In a little bit deeper, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. A couple like that on your own. Time, take one very long breath in. Hold the breath at the top, let it swirl through your body, gathering up any little pockets of tension. Let the shoulders lift up into the ears. If you can sip in a little bit more breath. And then let it go. The shoulders relaxed. Blink the eyes open. Meet me on your back with your knees bent. Draw the knees in toward the chest. Bring the palms onto the kneecaps. And then we're going to opposite circle the knees. So knees go forward, out, in, and together. And switch the direction of those circles. You can always just hug the knees in and circle them together if that feels better in your lower back. Bring your hands right behind the knees. So just tuck the hands underneath in between the knee and the calf, and then kick one leg up at a time. The leg does not need to straighten. Flex the foot as you lift it up, and then curl the toes as you lower it down, or skip all of that business if it feels too fussy to you. But we want to maybe get the feet an opportunity to open and spread, release any gripping that's going on in the feet. Bring the right knee over the left knee. Drop the feet down so that you can shift the hips to the right, and then drop the knees to the left. T or cactus your right arm. Bring your awareness to your spine on your inhales. Even in this twist, really tracing with your mind's eye a line from your tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. On the exhale, see if you can let go of any gripping around the eyes, the jaw. And come back to the center, untangle the knees. And switch left knee over, shimmy your hips a bit to the left, drop the knees to the right. With the left arm, come out to the side with the elbow bent or with the arm straight. Again, just tracing that line of the spine from the tailbone all the way up, each and every vertebra, back of the pelvis, the middle of the back, in between the ribs and the shoulders. Letting the exhales help you ungrip through the hands, the feet. When you're ready, find your Shavasana here. Yourself shift a little bit as needed. Let the feet flop open. And just as much as we practice moving and contracting the muscles in a really skillful way, give yourself a chance to practice relaxing the muscles, letting the body ungrip and come into stillness. Notice if you're judging any inability to do that perfectly, and see if you can just embrace the practice of it, right? Can you find one little pocket of tension in the body? Gently soften, even just 5 to 10%. The space right between the eyes. Still, just one more moment here. Big deep breath in through the nose. Ready, open your mouth like a long body stretch. Walk the legs together, flex the feet, squeeze the legs together. Interlace your fingers, and then inhale the arms back up over your head, flipping the palms away from the body. Push the balls of the feet away from the body. And then work your way gently up to a seat. And take your time to meet me there. When you land, maybe affirming that you did enough, whatever you did or didn't do while you were on your mat, whatever if you had some distracting time, if you checked an email or moved the laundry, bring your hands to your heart center and really let yourself affirm that you did enough and most importantly, you are enough. Join me in one last big breath. Keep your eyes open when you're ready. Thank you, as always, for joining me. I hope that you have an awesome rest of your day.